How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Giny Arts. I'm Giny, and today we're gonna learn how to draw an elephant sketch tattoo design. To start off, I drew a line for symmetry. It will just help me with the proportions a bit more. But you don't have to do that. What you do have to do is draw a circle or more of an oval shape. That will be the base of the head. Then you have to draw this sort of a rectangle with a wider bottom. This is where the trunk will start and where the tusks will start too. Then I sketched in the ears. It's really simple, just like you can sketch any size you want, just make sure it looks more or less appealing at least. And just you don't have to do this perfect lines from the start. All you have to do is just roughly sketch it in. As you can see, my lines are straight, they're messy, but it doesn't matter. Then we're gonna draw in the eyes around the middle, around the middle of the circle. And starting from the eyes, we're gonna draw a trunk going downwards and kind of curving inside. After that, we're gonna draw two tusks coming out of the side of the trunk, and that will be the end of our initial sketch. Then I'll just go over all the lines with a pencil and try to smoothen everything out to have a bit of a higher quality rendering. But don't press your pencil too hard. Then the next step is to create the sketch feel for the design. It's not as complicated as it may seem, though the hard part of this is that once you start drawing in the lines, as you can see in the video, all I'm doing is just drawing everything in lines, making everything, well, basically removing most of the curves and trying to make the lines meet into an X. At first, while it's only line work, it will look weird, but don't get discouraged. It's supposed to look like that. So yeah, what I'm doing here is just trying to get the shapes with straight lines that are interlocking with each other. And I left the eyes kind of curvy because in my sketch tattoo designs, I always leave the eyes in the original shape. I guess for me it looks better. You can try to create a sketched feel on the eyes too if you want. Then I also added a few creases on the forehead, and for the trunk I used a bit of a thinner liner. Sorry, not liner, not yet at least. And for the nose I used still a pencil and just created those sort of like radius form sort of curves. That's the word, sorry for that. So I created curves going down the trunk. If you notice, the upper part of the curves go up, and as we're moving down the trunk, they start going into an opposite direction, meaning that all the curves start to curve downwards, and it continues to do so up until the trunk is ending. So yeah, once you have that, take your liner. I use a 0.8 liner for the outlines, and just like literally line everything, go over your outlines of the whole drawing, leave the details like the curves of the trunk out just for a second. Once you have those done, take a thinner liner. For this one I use, I believe it was 0.2, and I add in the details. Once you have the outline done, remove any excess pencil, just erase everything. You should be left with a really weird looking design. And you may think that, oh well, I screwed this up. Well, no, you didn't. Now for the next part, which is rendering, and it's one of the most probably satisfying things. It brings the image back to life. You need to use a really thin liner. I use either a 0.05 or a 0.03. They work really similarly. All you have to do is think of a realistic approach. Think of a way how the light hits the image. That's what I meant. Also, to shade, really think of how the shapes go. For example, the trunk is sort of it's curving, so basically follow the curve lines. The forehead is sort of a sphere, so try to follow that. Just try to make everything low. To get the sketch effect, try to use really light hand motions. Don't press hardly. You can even hold your pencil a bit further from the tip. This will just help you get the softer strokes that is needed for the drawing. Basically, all you have to do is, if you want to have a darker value, just layer, do multiple passes over the area. You can also cross-hatch in this design. I didn't cross-hatch that much. I think I only did some cross-hatching around the eyes, for the eyes themselves, and for the part where the upper part of the ear meets the actual head of the elephant. So yeah, you can follow what I'm doing just to get the values right. For the ears, I did many big strokes going up and down in the same direction, and then I added some. You will see in the end, you can see some visible lines going through the ear just to give it a bit more texture. So yeah, if you're not sure where's the darker part and where's the lighter part, just follow me in the video. Make sure to use really light hand motions and you should be good to go. To everyone who's still watching, thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this drawing and if you enjoy these types of drawings, if you'd like to see me tattoo some of them. Since this is something new for this channel, I really need some feedback on it, so I would really appreciate it. Thanks once again, and I'll see you guys next week.